Hey, take a look at this.
A nuclear sub.
But I think it's the Keppel.
Hope is now fading for the nuclear submarine, the William J. Keppel. The Keppel, which sailed from Boston at the beginning of the month to attempt the round-the-world voyage under the sea, is now 5 days overdue.
Must be the Keppel. There's no other nuclear fish within 500 miles of the area.
But they don't respond to signals, sir.
No. Nothing makes sense, Sam. On their present course, where are they heading?
Iceland, I guess. Now, the Artemis is only a day and a half out of Ireland, bound for Boston.
Turn her about. Signal captain, take a look.
Anybody there? I guess we better take a look.
Who's there? Captain? Captain? Captain?
Johnson! Johnson! Cernick! Cernick! Johnson! They're dead. The crew are all dead.
Thank you,
All the fun of the fair, the big rides, the games of skill. But for Craig Sterling, Sharon McCready, and Richard Barrett, these games no longer have the element of chance. Craig, Sharon, and Richard, endowed with super qualities and super skills, some trivial, some crucial. Endowed by an unknown race of people when their plane crashed near a lost civilization in Tibet. Now, with their secret known only to them, they are able to use their fantastic powers to their best advantage. Champions of law, order, and justice. Operators of the International Agency of Nemesis.
Well, preliminary autopsies aboard the Keppel have failed to establish the cause of death. What happened? Where it happened? Complete mystery.
Well, can we assume that the Keppel's speed and course was the same as it was at the time it was intercepted?
Well, how does that help?
By calculating to the point where that line crosses the last known course, we can probably fix a position.
The sole variable is the difference between the underwater and surface steaming speeds.
Yes, the calculation will be accurate within, a few hundred square miles.
I see. Well, you'll be able to expound your navigational theories to Admiral Parker in person.
Admiral Parker?
Yes, the Keppel is being towed into the Scottish NATO base at Holy Loch. The Admiral flew in earlier from Washington. And the Navy Department have asked for you three to catch the first plane out.
Jim? Stanton. Look, I've just seen some ambulances leave the base. Look, I know it doesn't prove anything for certain, but I'll bet you a whole lot of money that it was the crew of the Keppel, and that they're dead.
The Keppel's voyage wasn't a publicity gimmick. It was an attempt to assess undersea steaming capability.
But for some reason it failed.
Right. A reason you've got to find out. Let's go below. This way.
Admiral, how was the crew selected?
They were all volunteers.
How much they know?
They've been told that it's a special assignment, nothing more. I'd like you to meet Sam Baxter, the Keppel's new captain.
Craig Sterling.
Hi.
Richard Barrett. How do you do, sir?
Glad to have you aboard, gentlemen.
Does, Captain Baxter...
Sam knows we plan to reconstruct the voyage, with you people from Nemesis on board.
We'll follow every single detail exactly as it happened.
Not every detail, I hope, Captain.
Who's the doll? Oh, it's probably the old boy's wife.
Follow me, miss. This way.
When are you sailing, Sam?
At dawn, sir.
We'll take the first tide. I'll see you before you go. Right, sir. Miss McCready, come right in.
Thank you.
This is Captain Baxter.
How do you do?
How are you? Miss McCready is the third member of the trio. She'll act as a medical advisor. You saw the bodies?
Yes. Yes, I saw them.
What's the answer?
Cardiac failure.
All 130 of them?
Instantaneously.
Could anything have been done?
To avoid it? No. Neither last time nor this, if we come up against the same conditions.
It was a totally irresponsible action.
There was nothing I could do, Minister.
You could have stopped the test.
Yes, I could, but why? It seemed an ideal opportunity.
You fool! You incompetent fool! Didn't you realize the political implications of what you were doing?
I am a scientist, a good one.
But dangerous, if only through your stupidity. What were you thinking of? That your action would be ignored?
No, the very opposite, in fact. But I did ask myself what the consequences were likely to be, and the answer appeared to be none. What can possibly happen as a result of my incompetence?
If you can't see the probabilities, I won't waste energy explaining them. The very fact I made the journey here at all should indicate the seriousness with which I and the government view this matter. And you should know that my report on this incident will determine whether you remain in control of this project.
But I must finish my work.
Really? You should have thought of that before acting as you did. You will be informed of my decision. I am perfectly all right. Don't fuss.
Might I ask what kind of consequences you are expecting, Minister?
I don't rely on theories, I take action. Whatever the developments, I shall be informed. We have a representative looking after our interests.
Lemons.
You could use another drink, sailor.
Thanks. You're a knight-errant, mister. And that's what you are. A knight-errant.
Drink up. Anybody from the Keppel is a friend of mine.
I'm not from the Keppel. That's my new berth. A special assignment.
This is it. How about another one for the road? And I'll give you a ride down the dock, eh?
Let's go, buddy.
Here we go.
Okay, get the clothes off him. I'm joining the Navy. Okay.
Okay.
You're the boss.
That's not the way the Admiral tells it. I'm just a chauffeur for Nemesis.
All right, then, drive on, James.
Cast off board.
All ahead slow.
All ahead slow, sir.
Rudder 5 degrees left, sir.
All right, go on.
Have you got something for us, Admiral?
Some mighty worried faces round the Capel, sir.
Don't see why. Just a routine mission. We're out for no records this time. Carry on.
Clear to go.
I beg your pardon?
We are ready to descend.
If you say so, sir.
Okay, Joe, take her down.
Take her down, Dave.
Dive, dive, dive.
Well, gentlemen, we're on our way.
Welcome to Geneva and Nemesis, Admiral.
Thank you, Tremaine. From your reports, it seems to be going very smoothly.
Oh, so far anyway. The sub's on schedule, and number 38 boy is due to pop up anytime somewhere in this area.
Well, cheers. To continued good luck.
Number 38 boy released, sir.
Oh, so far, so good. 38. Well, that's 500 miles southeast of Rio.
This could be it, Sam. That's one of the 3 possible areas where the Keppel surfaced on the last trip.
You're not the man assigned to me, sailor.
No, sir. Capretti reported sick, sir. My name's Stanton. I'm doubling for him.
Okay. Okay, Stanton, you can leave that for now.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir.
What's the matter, Craig?
Sam, what do you keep in the files?
General administrative information, ration strength, that sort of thing. Why?
You know, for a replacement, Stuart, that Stanton's a very curious guy.
You mean he was at the files?
That's what I heard.
You heard that from outside?
You take it from me, Sam. He was here and he was at the files.
Captain. Captain, sonar reporting obstruction. Ahead left. Closing 100 feet. 90 feet. Up periscope! 70 feet. 60 feet. Close all watertight doors. Hard right rudder. Engines full astern. 20 feet.
Thanks. Number one.
Sir.
Get a damage report. And tell Miss McCready we have an injured man here. All ahead, slow.
Rock formations?
Yeah, some sort of reef. It's not on the charts.
Could be new. Underwater earthquake? Volcanic, maybe.
Well, we'll feel our way along it and see if we can get around.
That's all right. But my guess is we're going to be forced to surface.
How's that?
Isn't that what probably would have happened on the last voyage?
What's the damage?
There's a fracture in the superheater. The chief's working on it.
What's with him?
Oh, he's all right. He's just a bit shaken up, I think.
We'll be fine. We can leave him there for a moment. I'll get somebody to take him up to the sick bay. Anybody else?
Yeah, the helmsman in control took a pretty bad crack on the head.
I'll take a look at him.
Good.
Shall I tell the captain about the...
Yeah, thanks. Okay, Chief? Sailor?
Yes, sir?
Open up the bypass lever and close off the number 1 line.
Aye, sir.
Come on up!
Sharon, tell Craig and the captain we've got some trouble back here.
Let's go! Come on, boy, let's move it! Come on, you guys, move it out!
What's happened? The steam valve's blown. Barry, sound the emergency alarm.
Where's the injured man?
Oh, no, he's still in there. No. In 10 seconds, that place is going to be like an oven. Now, stay out, Barrett. Chief, get me a fire suit.
All right, open up!
Give me a hand, man. You all right?
What's going on here, number 1?
Oh, this is the man, Captain. Can't tell a number 1 line from a bypass.
Well, if it isn't my stand-in, Stuart.
Hey, Stanton, what's the matter with you, huh? You're always in the wrong place, the wrong time, doing the wrong thing, huh? Sam, why don't you put this guy someplace where he's not going to get so confused?
All right, lock him up, number 1.
Yes, sir.
Before I go, Captain, I think these guys ought to know why the Keppel needed a replacement crew. It was because the other crew were killed, weren't they? All 130 of them. And you guys are nothing but guinea pigs to find out what it was that killed them. Isn't that right, Captain?
Take him away.
Yes, sir.
Get the men back to work, Chief.
Yes, I understand. Right. All right, goodbye. Not good news. We've lost contact. There's no sign of the next marker boy.
Have they catered for a change of course? Found out the search aircraft?
Yes, there are 2 squadrons raking both sides of the bearing they should be on. No, I'm afraid we've got to face it. They're in trouble. I mean, with a clear ocean in front of them, there's no reason for them to change course.
Now it's no use. We can't get around this reef. We'll have to surface. Oh, they'll never pick up our markers now. We're 400 miles off course already.
That's not too serious. When we surface, we can radio in. Isn't the radio fixed yet?
No, it took the worst of the collision. They're working on it. They're doing their best, but it'll still take some time.
Well, we can't get around the reef, so we go over the top, huh? Our orders are to reconstruct the first voyage in detail. You know what, Sam? I got a feeling we're doing exactly that.
Prepare to surface.
Prepare to surface.
Blow forward tanks.
Blow forward tanks, sir.
I don't get it. There's no sign of an island on the charts.
Probably thrown up by some volcanic action at the same time as the reef.
And you think that the Keppel surfaced here last time, huh?
I'm sure of it.
So, a submarine has surfaced at exactly the same spot as before. So much for your there'll be no consequences theory.
I can handle the situation, Minister.
I can handle the situation. Get out. Both of you. What will they find on the island?
Nothing at all.
They'll notice one difference as a result of your test. How they'll probably only make a cursory reconnaissance now. The moment they leave the area, we evacuate the island, destroy everything.
Minister, I could always arrange another incident.
The whole object of this project is to give our country a weapon that will enable its voice to be heard. Absolute secrecy is essential at this stage. Another incident and we be discovered without fail. They probably already radioed our position. No, for the moment, we sit tight. Watch and wait.
They may not even put a party ashore.
If you believe that, then you'll believe anything.
something washed up on the beach. Can't quite make it out.
Fish. Dead fish.
Tell me, can a fish have a cardiac failure?
We're moving inland.
No birds, no animals, just a tide mark of dead fish.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had such a feeling of total absence of life. I don't think there's an insect alive on this entire island.
Hey, Richard, can you see that? Hey, you over there, we're moving out!
For the last time, Captain, I know they're in danger.
We'd have heard by now. They'd have contacted us.
Right, the crew of the submarine did the last trip.
Both Sterling and Barrett had rifles. We would have heard the shooting.
Only if they'd had the time to shoot.
Against what?
I don't know.
It couldn't have been a repeat of what happened the last time. Well, we're all fine.
Look, Captain, I can't explain, but you must believe what I'm saying.
Miss McCready, your colleagues were very explicit. They said they were going to investigate the island and they'd call for help if they needed it. Now, I know you say that you had some kind of premonition. Well, I don't look forward to telling Sterling that if you're wrong.
What if I'm right, Captain?
We'll give them another hour. If we haven't heard by then, we'll put a party ashore.
Very well. Yes, bring them here. The bodies of the party that came ashore have been found. They're being brought here.
We should have heard from Stanton by now. Know what they're planning.
Perhaps he did come ashore.
No, he knows the situation. He would have taken precautions. This whole infernal mess we're in is your doing, Minos. The project was all but completed, and you jeopardized it, ruined everything.
Minister!
Be quiet. If we get out of this, I promise you it's more than your job that's in danger. I'll see that you stand trial for this. That might be a way of placating the world if we ever get out of this. I'll break you, Minos. I'll break you!
Minister! Minister! Doctor! Doctor, come here! I've given him the medicine, Doctor. 2 tablets. He's dead?
Yes, he's dead.
I'll leave you with him. I have some arrangements to make. The minister gave me absolute authority.
Thanks, buddy.
No communication with the prisoner, eh? Aren't you curious to find out what I know about the Keppel's last trip? Close the door.
If these two can resist, then so perhaps can millions of others in London, Paris, New York, unless, of course, they're just very remarkable men.
Captain, I'd like to know why you put me under arrest.
Miss McCready, I didn't want you to do anything that you might regret later.
Captain, the prisoner Stanton. He's gone.
What?
I don't think he's still on board, Captain. He must have made the island.
I can't see a thing.
Now you'll have to send a party ashore, won't you, Captain?
Who is he?
His name's Barrett. He and the other one, Sterling, work for an international agency called Nemesis.
Then it's poetic justice. If it were not for the United Nations, our country would not be isolated in a hostile world, cut off, alone.
If the world doesn't like our politics, Minos, we have to defend them, which is what you're meant to be doing here, and not doing it very well by the look of it.
It was just a small, controlled pocket. Otherwise, you would never have made it here. They would not live through a sustained dose.
For your sake, you better be right.
Oh, I'm right, and I'll prove it to you. I intend to test them, one at a time. To destruction, as engineers like to say. Wheel him in. All right, leave. We introduce the gas through these vents, and the result is a complete paralysis of the entire nervous system.
Actual cause of death, cardiac failure.
It was enough to baffle the United States Navy Department.
Yeah, that was a convincing demonstration.
Then after we suck the gas out again through a neutralizing filter and recover the clean air.
How long before we can come back in here?
15 minutes.
Well, what are you waiting for?
There's a safety check routine to be gone through, Stanton. Of course, I won't bother if you would prefer to end up as dead as your friend will be. Is he? Yes, look after him. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Sterling is conscious.
When, according to you, he should be dead.
Don't worry, Stanton. He will be. They both will. And very soon now. That's it. Now I'm ready. Have Sterling brought up here. Yes, in 5 minutes. Give Barrett full volume. That should be long enough. We'll have to wait a few minutes for the gas to filter through the screen. Richard, can you hear me? Okay, the air is clear now. He's wrecked the neutralizing unit. A mask. I must have the mask. You fool! I've got to live! Richard.
Crane! Get out of here! I've smashed the ventilator. The place is full of gas.
Come on, Richard, you can make it.
Let's go!
What did you find out?
6 stores of gas here. The only way to disperse it is through the atmosphere.
Well, that could still be dangerous.
No, not if we get the Admiral to allocate maximum strike power and blow this place right out of the water. Come on, let's go.
morning. You want her, sir?
Not another case already.
No, Craig, not another one.
A medical, to make sure there were no lasting effects.
Oh, now, wait a minute. No quack is going to examine me.
Yeah, we only got a whiff of the stuff.
Nothing that a couple of aspirins wouldn't cure anyway.
We're perfectly fit.
Well, I suppose I can't force you to undergo an examination. Doctor, will you come in, please? Doctor, I am so sorry, but it seems that we shan't be requiring your services after all.
I think an examination would be an excellent idea. You mind if I go first? I got these headaches, Doc.
Yeah, it must be terrible for you, but you did have those aspirins. It's me back, Doctor.
Now, look, now, wait a minute. I'd like to talk to you about my case, Doc.
It's no use. Why don't you give him a sedative, like ether?
What are you doing?